Good morning. It is Thursday, January 22nd, 2026, and you're watching Breakfast Stream.
I'm not.
You're living Breakfast Stream.
That's better.
Hi.
The poll has ended. The winner is Gray.
Morning poll. What kind of jelly goes on a PB&J? 40% said grape. 38% said strawberry. 21% said other. And grape and strawberry are pretty close. When I was a kid, the concept of jelly was just grape. Like, it was just
We had strawberry, but I prefer raspberry. But I also like to change it up.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I just bought holiday jelly.
Mm-hmm.
Holiday something. It's like cranberry and raspberries and orange or something. It was on clearance when I was at the grocery store.
In adulthood, I basically only eat strawberry jam, but like everything is good. Like if we have grape, if that's the only thing we had and I wanted to make a PB&J, I wouldn't even think about it. I'd just be like, okay.
I really like the Bon Maman 12 Days of Christmas sampler pack because it's all weird stuff.
You like trying the weird things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, strawberry. Costco, because of course this is going to
Surprise no one.
Yeah, factor back into Costco. Costco has a product that they always sell, which is this big old thing of strawberry jam.
It's a good strawberry jam. It's very strawberry.
It's very good.
Yeah.
But it's also, cheap because it's at Costco.
It's incredibly strawberry.
And I generally just buy that because, like, it's good and it's cheap and strawberry is delicious. Unless you're Dan. Dan doesn't like strawberries. But that's also I think that's fascinating because people just don't like certain things because all of our mouth sensors are different. Neat. I grew up in a strawberry field, so...
In a strawberry field?
Like, practically.
Yeah, you... No, not practically.
I mean...
Legitimately.
Yeah, yeah, I did. You know.
The way he said that sounds like there's a shack in the field and that's where you lived.
It's just not that far off. I grew up, like, very, very close to strawberry fields, and we would go and pick strawberries. And I was a child, so I would go and eat strawberries straight from the vine. So I developed a taste for them.
See, I grew up next to an orchard.
So you like apple jam.
I do like apple jam. Sometimes you go to a place and they have the little jam plastic thingies. You know what I'm talking about?
You mean like when you go to the breakfast place that's serving you toast and
they have the little jam?
Yeah.
Sometimes, rarely, they have apple cinnamon jam.
That's super
rare.
That
one is good.
That is super rare. Generally, those places have strawberry and grape.
Mm-hmm.
And occasionally, you'll see a different weird one. You'll be like, wow, what?
Yeah. Yeah, apple butter is also delicious.
Yeah. I really want jam on toast now. The poll is affecting my brain in a big way. Because now I'm like, I love that. I want strawberry on toast right now. I'm going to try and wait until the end of the stream so I don't have to disappear for like 4 minutes. But, man, I want that so bad. Because now I'm just thinking about how good it is. I'm like, just to have a piece of toast with some jam on it? What a thrill.
We have a lot of jam right now, too, in the fridge. Because I'm pretty sure there's grape, strawberry, and raspberry in the fridge.
And it's so inexpensive compared to, like, filet mignon. people are always like, filet mignon, so good. Yeah, well, you know what is just as good? Strawberry jam on toast. What about that? Incorrect, but go on, breakfast man. Okay, so what if...
What are we... Oh.
Will he make it until the end of... I'm literally right now was about to ask him out, like, would you like toast if I went to make toast right now?
You know I would say yes.
What? How many toasts?
One.
One toast.
Very lightly toasted.
I only toast it one way.
Okay, well, toast mine lighter than that.
Really?
Yes.
It's barely toasted.
I know.
Okay. So I'm going to do mine on 3. I'm going to do yours on 2.
Or 1.
1 isn't even... nothing happens.
Warm the bread, please.
It's not toast, though.
I know.
That's just... Okay.
And I'll take the raspberry jam, thank you.
One on the toaster is only for Pop-Tarts. That's the Pop-Tart setting. It's just enough to get it warm. Why would you want to put bread on the 1?
Because that's what I want.
So you want it soft.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna.
And you know I like an extra jam. I know you like barely put any.
It's not barely. It's an adequate amount. We don't need to go overboard with this whole jam thing.
And you know I do, right?
Yeah, you
Okay.
really you want
so
it like
our jam and toast is completely opposite.
Yeah, you want bread. You want bread that is warmed with like a whole heaping clump, like the Japanese mayonnaise equivalent of jam.
Uh-huh.
And I want like not even like hard bread, but just like medium toasted.
Uh-huh.
With like a little like a jam so I can think about it. Like, yeah, this is jam. Thank you, Renee. I have a way with words. All right. I tell you what, I'll do you a solid. I'll read alerts.
Thank you.
Before I leave for 3 to 4 minutes to make toast.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna have someone put art in the queue.
Okay. We get 25 months from Pudsey, 51 from Ketsuiki Randy, 85 from Kiwili Scipio, 4 from Rowan Meladeus, 78 from Gold Mage, 55 from Annie11037, 24 months from Logan D. Camp. That's a 2. Congrats on the 2. Afro says toast should be slightly blackened. I have very long, drawn-out opinions about toast, but one thing that I think almost everyone here will be able to agree with is that every toaster is bad, and that no one has ever in their life, unless they have that like $300 Mitsubishi toaster, no one has ever put bread into a toaster and it come out exactly how they wanted it to come out. It just doesn't. You will always get close. You will never have it come out and you'll be like, that is exactly what I wanted when I put it in the toaster. The $300 Mitsubishi toaster is still bad. Oh, Lunar says, my parents have the expensive toaster. Still bad. Ugh. Sad about that. I don't like how often the bread doesn't even fit all the way in. You got to get a bigger toaster. They have wide slot. We have wide slot because bread comes in 2 sizes. Bread comes in like square and rectangle, right? In the past, there was a time where it was always square. You know, back in the 50s Wonder Bread, Leave It to Beaver era. But we've evolved since then, and bread has become more rectangular. So you got to get the rectangular thing. We have rectangular toaster. We also have toaster with 4 slots, which is nice also. Anyway, where was I? 300 Bits of Mtavider says, may I have some good vibes as I prepare to travel to the icebox known as Chicago. Wind chills tomorrow morning as low as 35 below. Giving good vibes as well to all who are prepping for winter weather. Oof. Good vibes. 35 below.
Hurts.
That's painful. It's painful to feel, but it's also painful to hear. Yeah, I wish you well. That's gonna be cold. I flew, the coldest weather I've ever experienced was also in Chicago. Because I flew into Chicago once, and it was, I don't know, some insane
It was like
thing.
negative 40 below.
Yeah. Which I'm
With
like,
the wind chill.
I'm like, I didn't think we could do that.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it can happen here. And I was like, I hate this. Yeah, it's painful to breathe. Yeah.
You spent that whole week visiting me, like, just under blankets.
That's because your mother has never turned the heat on in her home.
True.
In her life.
True.
Because she wants to save $1 and is willing to let everyone die. Sorry, I'm gonna call out my mother-in-law here. It's just, how old was I? What year was that? 2008?
Yeah.
So I'm like 19 years old and just like freezing to death on the couch. Anyway, I couldn't help but notice that now that there's a granddaughter in the house, the heat's on.
It's like Wisconsin hazing.
Kind of felt like that. She was testing you. I just, trying to live in the house when, it's at, I don't know, high 50s or whatever. I'm like, what are we even doing? Why are we?
She kept the house set at 62.
Is that what it was?
Uh-huh.
That's too cold.
Yeah.
When I want to go to sleep, when I make the house cold, I set it to like 67. So to just exist in 62 is like, what? Holy crap. I want to... That's an insane temperature. That's very cold.
When I was a child and would be on the computer in the basement, I would wrap a blanket around my waist, and then I would put one over my shoulders, and then sometimes I'd tuck it up over my head and just like sit there and like be on starman.net.
Yeah, I don't... It's just... It's not what I... That was not how I expected my first time in Wisconsin winter was going to go. I do remember very specifically that when we changed houses, because I was for like half the week we were with your mom and half the week we were with your dad, that I got into the car with your dad and like I couldn't feel my feet. Every night I took a shower in your mom's house, my feet just stung
From the hot water.
for the entire time I was there. Anyway, I survived. We got married. We had 34 months from Haley, 92. I lived.
Ask your lawyer about Tiny Eddie's imaginary seawater on a stick.
Hey lawyer, I bought this product. I want to know if I got a product at all.
Am I entitled to damages? 1,000 bits from aggregated molecules. I need something strong today, Eddie.
Can you give me that paintbrush? I paid for the seawater. Was I scammed? I was told to imagine it.
Well, are you imagining it?
No.
I think that's on you. You asked for the paintbrush, and my brain did not.
Because it's a stick.
I get it now, but I did not first think that you needed a prop. I was like, why does she need a paintbrush?
There was a prop. I was like,
I know.
great.
We don't use a lot of props. We need more props, I think, in Breakfast Stream. This feels like the elevator pitch for NFTs. Just imagine. Just imagine it, Anyway.
It's a pelican.
Anyway, imagine this pelican. You do not need more nonsense.
No, we don't.
But we've got.
You are so right.
We've got some things here.
Yeah.
We've got Snavy. We've got Chikorita. That's
Super
actually.
Bolo pies.
Yeah, we got Super Bolola pies. There's some stuff missing.
It's because there's a box of things you haven't unpacked yet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There's a few boxes of things you haven't unpacked.
Yeah, there's grapes. Anyway, we got 500 bits of Jet Chat. Says, morning. As predicted, I didn't get a second interview with Cincinnati. With the Arctic apocalypse coming this weekend, Arkansas will be a high of 9. I'm guessing I wouldn't hear from Atlanta, Hendersonville, or Waukesha this week. I need to do emergency prep shopping. Well, sorry to hear that you didn't get the second interview.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's reasonable that you're probably not going to be hearing from anyone with the weather. But definitely for you and everyone else, make sure that you get some shopping in soon. Like in the next day, probably.
We have bread and shelf-stable things to put on bread, like avocados.
Yeah. We, very unfortunately, are probably not getting a lot of snow now.
Yeah.
Because even yesterday, they were like, probably over the weekend, you're going to get like
A foot.
20 inches of snow.
Yeah.
And now that's like basically not happening. But it's not happening because we're going to be getting ice. So that's worse. We'll see if we keep power. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I am not sure.
Well, I did pick up a bag of charcoal yesterday.
So we can grill
We can grill.
if we need to.
Yep.
It's like Juke says, isn't Raleigh basically tree land? That's not
City
good
of
for them.
Oaks.
The City of Oaks.
We have a lot of them.
Yeah. I was talking to Brandon yesterday because he was over for watching Josh play Mother 3. And we were talking about the weather. And he's like, where I currently live, he's like, my power lines are already in trees. He's like, there's already
There's a
trees.
really big tree in that yard. A few really big trees in that yard.
He's like, so... he's like, I'm screwed. Yeah, we do have a fireplace. And we had that tested when we...
Had the dryer vent cleaned out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, we have that and may be using that because if we lose power for a few days, like, we'll be cold.
Yeah.
As it happens. Also, I think what I'm going to do... I know I've went back and forth on this a little bit, but I think what I'm going to do is I actually might play some Hades on Saturday with the assumption that there may not be power on Sunday. So...
Do we have wood for the fireplace? No, it is a gas fireplace.
Yeah. So we're good there. It's gonna be cold.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really, really cold.
Well, we were talking, Jeff was over last night too, and he was saying the way the gas lines work is there's some water in there. And he's like, I'm hoping they just buried the gas lines enough that water doesn't freeze. And I'm thinking about how the gas on the side of our house comes up and is like straight in open air and then like into the house.
I guess we're gonna find out.
Yep.
I guess we're gonna find out. If we go to use our fireplace and it's like, no, we'll be like,
Insulation wrap? I suppose you could get like the pipe covers, the foil ones.
I mean, we do have 1 billion blankets in this house.
Yeah.
So the blanket thing is not a worry. We got the blankets. And we could go up stairs.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Like if it gets, I can't imagine that it's going to be so, like, I don't think we're going to be too cold with the blankets on the bed.
Yeah.
But we could go upstairs if necessary because that's a little bit warmer.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, we'll see. Use the Earthbound blanket. I love the Earthbound blanket, but I've always wanted to, like, do something with it. Like, I wanted to display it, but I've not figured out what to do with that. So I still have it.
Make a tent, use those little pocket hand warmers. I do have some of those. I have some hand ones and some toe ones that I keep in the glove box in case I run into a cold weather biking emergency.
Yeah. TSDK says it was my wife that made it. Well, she did an amazing job. That is still one of the coolest things we have ever received, period. It is incredible. There's a few little things we've gotten over the years that are just really, really amazing. Coincidentally, several of them are Earthbound related. That blanket is definitely one of them. Mm-hmm. We also have the pair of
shoes.
Mm-hmm. Someone sent us a pair of shoes that were painted with like Earthbound stuff, and they're really, really well done. And like, I don't know, these things are like super, super cool. So trying to figure out like what to do with these, where to put them and stuff is hard. Ellipso says, that was me! They're super cool. They're super, super cool.
I had thoughts about, they sell these squares at IKEA.
Yeah.
That you can, like, buy and configure.
Yeah, everyone is here.
In different ways. And I thought about having you take some and put them up there.
Oh.
As kind of a display shelf for stuff. And you could even put the lights in those things if you wanted.
Yeah. I mean, now that we live in a house that is ours, and no landlord is going to try to kick us out, God help me, if every little inch of this place was covered in art, that would be fine. Like, well,
the front foyer, I literally want to have floor-to-ceiling gallery wall.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
So that definitely, but like up here,
the Eckerts, I believe they are the Eckerts Vagabond.
Yeah, I want to, do stuff. We actually, and the Earthbound blanket's not the only cool blanket that we have, because we have the
toast,
the High Heel Gang toast blanket, which is also very cool. So, and we had that out, kept snuggled with that a lot.
Eckert?
Oh,
and you can like
do
whatever with them. They don't have to be zigzag like this photo.
Yeah. So yeah, there's
Do we still have the yard toast? Yup. Once we finish unpacking the house and it's warm outside again, going through the garage is on the list, and the yard toast is in the garage.
Yeah. I was gonna make toast. We're talking about toast again. Sorry.
You were gonna get through alerts.
Yeah, I know. 81 months from Shy, 31 months from Manic Mama. 5 Dibbits of Jet says, my favorite story from college in Northwest Indiana. We were going to get lake effect snow, and the wind chill would be negative 37 Fahrenheit. My roommate wrote an angry email to the university president complaining about not canceling class. The president's secretary basically emailed him back, suck it up, bundle up, and go to class. Which is what we all told him. But it's so cold.
Junior year. For winter finals in December, it was like 40 below. And I lived on the satellite campus with Haley.
Yeah.
At the time, and we had to walk to main campus in Wisconsin, and it was like 40 below. And I remember walking with her to class, and like we were like bundled up with just our eyes showing, and our eyelashes were freezing.
I mean, if you're in Northwest Indiana, then you get the snow, so you're going to be expected to live life in the cold. Here is different because we don't do the cold, so when the cold happens, that's bad. Normally
in Wisconsin, I believe it had to be below 40 to cancel school, but it was finals week of university, and they were like, just go to class. It's finals week.
They didn't want to have to deal with the scheduling of that, and it sounded like a nightmare to them. We had 350 bits from Radio Dredge, who says, clown beep. That's a clown beep. You're welcome, by the way.
Every unpredictable child wants Tiny Eddie's dirty slug cakes.
It's Tiny Eddie's take on a dump cake. Or a dirt cake.
A dump cake?
Oh, a dump cake is when you dump a bunch of things in and mix it up. So, sorry, I was thinking of a dirt cake where you put the gummy worms
Oh, the
on
gummy
it.
worms, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if the child is unpredictable, then, like, maybe this is accurate. 1050 from Anise, who says, I follow a school librarian from North Carolina on the Clock app. Her school guidelines are planning for 1 day of virtual teaching per inch of snow in their district. Anyway, what does Eddie suggest for a shelf-stable pantry staple during the snow? Dirty slug cakes.
Yep.
A lot of people did not hear slug. Really's got to enunciate that G. The other sort of cake, that's a Friday product. It's not a morning product. 1 day of virtual teaching per inch of snow. Well, I mean...
Oh yeah, now virtual teaching is a thing.
Yeah, I mean, that changes everything, right?
Yeah.
Because I can't relate to that. I grew up at the wrong time, so
And
like
I wasn't teaching when that was a thing.
Yeah, so I just really have a hard time even imagining how kids would feel about that. So, I mean, we had snow days. If it powdered. Even if there was just thread of snow. It was like, it might snow. We had snow days just because it was cold. It was like, it's just really cold. Don't come to school. And everyone's like, okay. But, in fairness, it was cold. All right, I'm going to make toast now.
Okay.
And you want one bread on one with a lot of jam.
Yeah.
We have several jams right now.
Raspberry.
Raspberry. Okay. I got it. I got it.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Write it down.
I got it. I remember. I was a waiter.
If you get it wrong, I'm not going to tip. Good boot up your day. Alright, let me play these. Let me think, what's in this? There's 2 bike. They're all bike related. So, our front foyer is boring. And like I said, I want to have a gallery wall, like floor to ceiling, like artwork. And I've been picking up some artwork whenever we've been places. I picked up a piece in Wisconsin from the lady I student taught from. She had these little mushroom paintings, so I bought one. Anyway, we need a table in there because it's long and terrible and awful, and it needs something in there to break up the space. And I was talking to Rhonda, and Rhonda really likes vintage furniture and that sort of thing. And I was like, I want a piece that's kind of an artwork in of itself, not just like a table. Anyway, she found me a really cool table, and she's like, I think it's too wide. And I don't have a photo of that one in the queue, but that's fine. And then she found another one, and that one is in the queue. And she went and picked it up for me yesterday. So now I have 2 tables to choose from. And she's like, I'll just sell the other one, or you can have both and put the other one somewhere. And then the other 2 photos are of the bike fender I painted for my friend with the purple bike. He brought the bike into the bike shop and sent me photos. And he's like, it looks so good, and he's like just over the moon. So this is the bike table Rhonda got me. The top, I think, might need to be replaced. I don't know. From the photo, it looks a little damaged. Maybe I can just sand it down and like restain it. And here's purple bike with the fender. So now you can all see that the bike is like just solidly purple. And you can see how the fender works too now. That is very purple. Isn't it cute though? It's a cute bike. So he's like, the fender works great because we rode through some water this week. And I did not have mine on my bike, and neither did anyone else. So the rest of us got some water up our backs. But yeah, it's a pretty bike. It's a heavy bike because it's steel framed. So like my bike is carbon fiber and it's lighter than his, but mine looks heavier. And like his looks delicate, but it's a steel bike, so it's just ultra heavy. Are your bike friends crazy enough to bike this weekend? Jet, you know we are. There's talk about us all getting on mountain bikes and going through Umstead Park. And I was like, I don't know if my gravel bike can handle Umstead. And they're like, we have extra mountain bikes. And I was like, if I can drive to Umstead and I'm not gone. I think it would be fun. Don't do danger bike, please. Listen, one of the most fun bike rides I did last year, I was by myself and I went out biking and there was not sleet. There was like slush on the trail and I had mud all the way up my back into my helmet, and like the mud strip on my back was this wide all the way up my back. And I had road tires on that ride and I had been like sliding all the way down the trail. I had so much fun. I got a bike in reserve for you. You're one of them now. Some of my bike friends have a lot of bikes and are willing to lend them out to people they trust. The best days are when you go off on your own and get up to extreme nonsense. It was one of the most fun days I had biking. I did have to wash my bike and my shoes and my whole helmet and everything. Could I get hurt? Yes. Will I have fun? Also yes. I don't think I would do some of the crazy single track biking. That's like when you see people do like the mountain bike trails that like have jumps and stuff in them. I'm not gonna do that. That's a lot. I'm not doing single track in the snow. I'll do trail in the snow. Not BMX. Like single track mountain bike. I know people who do that. So it's not just like gravel trail in the woods. It's like, no, there's like a few little jumps and like banked turns. But it's like in nature and not a half pipe. Is Steven here today or is it Mal only? Steven is making toast. He will be back. It was a whole thing. So yeah, Rhonda got me the table. And I was like, I love this table. And the other table is... when was that table made? The other table was made in the 50s. And I believe it is influenced by Chinese art and not Japanese because of some of the detailing on it. And it like is flat and then it curls down at the side and the top it's all black and then it has these really pretty gold painted like buildings on it and cranes and stuff. Thank you. That is perfectly what I asked for.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was a waiter.
But you weren't a cook.
Yeah, well, it's about remembering
The order?
the order. This is great. Why have I not been eating toast on breakfast stream like the early days? I gotta do that. I gotta go back. 2026, we gotta go back to the roots. This is wonderful.
Because it cuts into alerts.
Oh yeah. That was why I stopped eating cereal. Because it takes me 20 minutes to eat cereal.
I was telling them about the bike table Rhonda bought me. I mean, I'm gonna pay her for it. But, she had to go pick it up from Facebook Marketplace. And then I also showed them the fender. The purple fender.
This is really good, though. A salad would be worse.
We're not Thomas.
Yeah, it takes me a long time, too. They're involved. There's just a lot going on with those. I saw someone say that they didn't know that we were waiters, but yeah, we were servers at
Summer job.
yeah, at Carrabba's, which is like Olive Garden, but
Better.
better. Weren't you a lifeguard once?
Not a lifeguard.
Woo, wouldn't that have been funny though? Like me, the person that's afraid of water. It's like, I'm the lifeguard. And someone drowns, I'm like, good luck!
Swim!
Do this! No, I was not a lifeguard. We briefly, like
days.
2 days, had a job on the beach where we rented
Umbrellas
and chairs to people. So, stop drowning. Hey, stop drowning.
It's not allowed.
All right, he technically stopped drowning. Yeah, it's another one. Bring the floaty body bags. Umbrellas, or do you mean parasols? Umbrellas. I mean, it's how you use it, right? But the parasol's typically like a person walking with them. And these are just planted into the sand.
They're also, like, big enough to put 3 chairs under.
Yeah, they're pretty big. So the thing about the sun is that it is a deadly laser. And it will just, like, zap cancer into you. So you have to try and stay away from it. And doing sunscreen is, like, that's good. But also, even if you have sunscreen on, like, sun is just hot. So sitting under an umbrella when on the beach is really nice. I thought it was a massive incandescent gas. It's actually a miasma of plasma. A fourth state of matter.
Someone had asked if you had met any of my bike friends.
Yeah.
One of them was at movie night when Thomas was here.
Yeah.
Purple bike friend actually was. But Steven came to a bike thing once and met... I mean, there was like 30 people there, but only like 4 of them are people I normally ride with, so he got to meet them. Do you remember any of their names? No, he knows them.
Mal tells me stories often enough that I do know these people.
Chaz says Purple Bike Friend was not ready for the post-movie discussion. We had watched The Money Pit, and Chaz was being hilarious peak Chaz. And this was like the day after Extra Life, and I had warned him that we were all exhausted.
I mean, we, like, just in general, aside from Chaz being peak Chaz, we also talk about movies.
Yeah.
If we watch a movie as a group, then the group is going to discuss it. And they're going to be very honest about how they felt about it. That's just what happens. So we finish the film, and then we start being very honest about the movie. Chaz being maybe incredibly honest.
Chaz was so funny, though.
Chaz was hilarious. And Thomas is like, great, thanks. I picked out this movie. Everyone hated it. And we're like, we didn't hate it. We just wanted to tell you about all the things that were wrong with it.
Chaz was like, this movie desperately wanted you to care about these two people, but they were terrible. I don't.
I mean, that's a problem with movies in general, is that a movie will not do a great job of making you care about a character, and then they'll do something where they're like, all right, here's the moment where you have to really care, and if you don't, then you're just like, this is stupid. And that movie had that problem. Anyway, so afterwards, your bike friend was just kind of like watching in horror as everyone in the room...
I don't think he was in horror. He was laughing.
Sure, but like, we shout a lot. So there was so much screaming.
We were very animated.
Not every character needs to be likable. Listen. If you're gonna give me a scene where you want me to care, I have to have cared prior to that. If I don't care, what am I supposed to do? I'm just like, all right, whatever's happening is happening. That's fine. I bet my coffee's cold.
Yeah, I bet it's cold by now.
Oh, it's warm. Anyway. Oh my god, I ate one piece of toast and I still have another one left. This is great.
One of the other bike people you met is the contractor guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he is like almost your height. He's pretty tall.
He's pretty tall.
Yeah.
He's like...
Oh, he is very strong. Like, he looks kind of like a firefighter. Like, he's just a really big guy. And he walked up to you and like just like slapped you on the shoulder and...
Yeah, like
He was like, we think an awful lot of your wife. She's really cool.
Like, whenever I was made, God went into Photoshop and just pulled one direction. But for this guy, he used from the diagonal, so he came this way too. And that makes a big difference by a lot, because I don't have that. I look like I played basketball at some point. I don't look like I rescued someone from a fire. That does not, I don't give that vibe at all.
I mean, his wife is the one who broke her pelvis on a ride, and so like he fireman carried her across his shoulders like half a mile to get to a road so someone could take her to the ER.
God got his inspiration from a pool noodle. Very good. I will not rescue you from fire or water. Stop burning! Stop!
Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, stop! Drop and roll. Yeah, I would not want someone to trust me with their life.
I'll stop trusting you with my
Well,
life.
I mean, like, that's different. That's different. Like, if you were in a fire, I would run into the fire. If anyone else was in the fire, I'd be like, oh no! Like, you're the only person. And if you were drowning, man, I would probably drown too. That's not good. Like,
I'd end up rescuing you.
yeah. You're gonna do Obama dirty like that? Oh no! It's former President Barack Obama! Who just inexplicably is in this burning building near me! What do I do? Someone, call a lifeguard!
Hey Obama, here's a fire extinguisher.
Thanks, Obama. Even my parents? I guess I could save my parents. Or try. Listen, we can't keep asking these hypotheticals, because soon enough we'll be like, well, are you gonna let Dan die? Are you gonna watch Chaz drown? Like, we can't go down this list. Who knows what anyone would do given a situation. Sometimes your brain goes, ah, and you get a bunch of adrenaline and then you can just do stuff. Unfortunately, the adrenaline doesn't typically say, now you can swim. Tier list? All right. We're going to let Patty drown, but I will save Tom from a burning building. Don't put your flailing body next to mine if I'm trying to not drown. Please, thanks.
A poll has begun. Would you let Chaz drown?
Chaz would not be in water.
Important poll. I mean, Chaz can swim. I think so. I've seen him in water, so presumably he knows what to do.
Chaz wouldn't allow himself to drown.
That's the takeaway.
Yeah.
That's true. Chaz would not put himself in a position to drown, which is how I am, too. Why would I even put myself in a position to drown? I don't want to do that. I hate that.
I need water. I'm just getting my water bottle off my nightstand.
Goodbye. Weren't you on a ferry this weekend? Listen, you have to have trust in things.
NCDOT.
In the NCDOT. Because, like, I can't worry about every little thing like that. Otherwise, I would have a bad time. Instead, I want to have a neutral time, so I just don't think about it. I'm like, here we go. If the ferry went down, I mean, the first thing I would think is, oh God, the car. And then I would figure out...
Oh God, the camera.
I did bring the camera. Then I'd worry about not drowning.
Mm-hmm.
Would you let the car drown? I would let the car drown because I am aware there is no way to save the car.
The poll has ended. The winner is, I would save him.
74% of people would save Chaz. It's pretty good. The amazing water rescue footage.
How do you feel about being behind the car and the camera in his ranking?
Chaz, not taking all 101 of you to the beach. You should, Chaz, because that increases your
Odds
likelihood
of being saved.
Yeah. Can you imagine if everywhere you went to swim, you just had 100 people like, make sure he's okay. You go under the water just for a minute, and 50 people jump in. They all bang heads. Then they're unconscious in the water.
Secret Service.
It's called being Jeff Bezos. I mean, yeah. I don't put myself in positions to drown. If I can help it. I don't swim in water over my head. Because I'm afraid. Fear helps keep you alive. So we embrace fear sometimes. We're like, hey, fear. Mm-hmm. And I generally don't do water anyway. I don't love it.
I know the shower is difficult.
Shower's not difficult.
Coffee.
It would be very hard to drown in the shower. It would not be impossible. I have thought about it, but it would be very difficult. You would have to trip, knock yourself unconscious, face down over the drain, so the drain would fill up, because it can only go this far before it starts pouring out. So you'd have to be face down there, and your stomach would have to be on the drain, and that it would be so hard. It'd be really, really hard. This from the man who's fallen asleep in the shower. still, the odds. That's hard. That's probably not gonna happen. Also, if you fall asleep in the tub.
The shower had slipped and fell down my throat.
Oh. If you fall asleep in the tub, the body has like a mechanism called breathing, where if you don't breathe, your body's like, hey! So if you sleep in the tub and you kind of slip down, your body will be like, it would not be pleasant. But, you know, Thief members, hold on, I need to try something. But you should, like, theoretically wake up. Yeah, like, so it's actually pretty similar to sleep apnea. Because in sleep apnea, you do just stop breathing. That's also bad, by the way. You should breathe. If you can. Do the sleep test? Is it just called sleep? Study, that's it. The sleep test. Where people stand around with little boards and they go, yep, he's sleeping. Oh, wait, nope. Sleep study. That's it. But can you drown in the bathroom sink while we're calculating all the ways to drown in the bathroom? That one would be so difficult. I feel like I nearly watched Kep drown in the sink many times by he's drinking and it just goes in his nose because he's not paying attention to, like, so he's and I watch him and he's just like, ugh, and I'm like, dude, you did it. And then he'll just go back to what he's doing. Like, the distance from your tongue to your tiny little nostrils is like half an inch. Like, you gotta be careful, man. You gotta put your head back. Make sure you do it correctly. I can't teach you how to drink. There's nothing I can do. I don't know. Not a little toast left.
You ate 2 whole pieces of toast. Good job.
Well, don't say whole. Because then it's like 2 whole pieces of toast. Like, wow.
I meant that it didn't
just
take
over
you
here
all that long and you were still able to, like, talk and read alerts.
Yeah, which means I should eat toast all the time.
Maybe 1, and then have your second after stream.
Oh.
Yeah.
And maybe a bowl of cereal with it. On stream.
No. Not on stream.
Okay. Would you like carbs with your carbs? When did it become 9:54?
When you were eating your toast.
Oh my god, maybe I shouldn't have toast. It goes way too fast. Wow. What? In my brain, there is still a lot of breakfast stream left. What the heck happened?
So much. We talked about water.
Did we spend 20 minutes talking about ways to drown in your bathroom?
Yeah.
That's not good. Holy cow. My coffee's cold. That's gonna go in the microwave after.
You also said it would take 4 minutes for toast and it took 15.
Oh, it didn't take 15. That's not true. I think. Maybe 5. Probably. The toaster is set to, so I put it on 3, right? So, like, it couldn't have taken much more time.
You know those aren't minutes, right?
Those are minutes.
Are they?
Yeah. Those are minutes. A lot of people saying no. Time to bust out the Tom Scott video again. Yeah, Tom Scott did do a video on this. But my takeaway from that video was, it's minutes. I haven't seen it in a while. I'm gonna
Time ours.
I'm gonna time it.
Okay.
I'm gonna time it and come back with that result, and then I'll know. Anyway, okay. Well, have beans, and we have some more alerts to read. That's, yeah. Armor Frog says he didn't test my toaster though. True, my toaster. Yours came out a while before mine did.
Yeah, because it's time and how long it takes to toast bread. That means nothing.
30 months from Bubba 1995 MV. We got 300 bits from Dishnet, who says, good morning, y'all. Been dealing with a head cold since Sunday night, thanks to overdoing it with my voice while streaming last weekend. Feeling like I'm over the hump now, though. Oof.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're feeling better. Yeah, straining your voice, just in general, is bad. I like doing voices, but I have to stay away from the voices that will make that happen. Which is sad, because it would be fun to do, like, the Gygas voice more often. But I can't.
But it's a really fun voice to do.
That's it! Yeah, I can't. I think when I was younger, I could do that more. Satan? Yeah, it's honestly Dr. Claw.
It's Dr. Claw.
It sounds exactly like...
I'm gonna get you, Gadget.
It's very that. It's basically Dr. Claw. It's a little jigsaw.
Do you want to play a game?
Actually, if I'm not doing it, if I'm not pushing very hard, I think I can do it a little bit longer. Anyway. 300 Bits of Jet Jet says, basically, what we're learning is if Raleigh Colt was in a burning houseboat, he would begrudgingly save Mal and would let everyone else die.
Mal would save herself.
All I'm saying is that sometimes when there is danger, you have to recognize the fact that you are not going to help the situation. You are going to just put yourself in harm's way.
That's why you put on your own mask before helping others.
That's true. That's true. And I don't know that I would be able to save anyone realistically. And the thing about fire is that it's hot. It's so much hotter than you think it is. It really is, because you're just like, yeah, fire's hot, and then like you're around a campfire and you get a little too close and you're like, wait a minute. Oh no.
I am being toasted.
Yeah, so yeah, you don't want to just like run into that. Anyway, all right, well, tell the people about the things that are happening.
Tomorrow morning I'm painting the Mount Fuji painting. If I don't finish it tomorrow, it's just because I have to do a yellow wash over it.
For all intents and purposes,
Yeah.
you should be probably finishing it tomorrow.
There's a time lapse out for the Obscura painting, and the Obscura painting's on eBay.
Yep. There's an auction until Monday.
Friday night.
Yeah. I still haven't had the conversation with Chaz, but I'm willing to just say it. I think what we should do is recently, I say recently, it's kind of like over the course of the last year, I've been playing through Donkey Kong Country Returns because eventually I wanted to get to the last secret bonus world that neither me and you have played. So I wanted to do that anyway, and then out of nowhere, like a day or two ago, they announced a Switch 2 update for, Resolution, but also they just put Dixie Kong into the game. And I'm like, that's wild. So I think it's a really good time to do it.
Yeah.
I think we should do it we should do it tomorrow. So we'll be playing the final world that we have not seen, and we can use Dixie Kong. Or I mean, I guess I'm always Donkey Kong, so you can use Dixie Kong. So, yeah, it's that's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I saw that and was like, what? Yeah, it was bizarre. I was like, what do you mean Dixie Kong? Is it? Because like I understand the resolution thing. It's like, oh yeah, it looks nice. But for them to be like, also by the way, we put an entire other character in it. There's a new mode too.
Because like they had to make that mode and pay for that for people to do it and put it in there for a game that's how old?
Well,
20 years? 2006?
No, but also we're not too
It came
far
out
off.
with the Wii.
It didn't come out with the Wii. It
Oh.
came out during the Wii era. I think it's like 2000. Is it 2008? I thought it was
So
like.
it's 18 years old.
Yeah. I mean, the Switch version is very new.
No.
Well, I mean, it's not just like new in the sense of the last 8 years. It's new like as of like last year. I think it was 2010. I am not looking at the box right now.
Donkey Kong Country returns.
Yeah. So yeah, it's still been a lot of time, but the Switch version came out. I think what happened partially is that they re-released the Switch version. It probably didn't sell exactly how they wanted it to, and they're like,
So we did more so we could sell it again. Instead
Well-
of making a new game that would sell more.
well, I've seen, because I saw some comments on the
Morning, Dan.
Morning, Dan. I saw some comments on that update
Yeah.
of people that were like, oh, now I'll consider getting the game. So if I think for some people on the fence of like, I bought this on Wii forever ago, why should I buy it again? And there has to be enough extra things where someone's like, oh, okay, maybe I'll get it. So yeah. They would sell a lot more if they didn't force people to pay expensive prices for games that came out 20 years ago. Like Galaxy 1 and 2 being released on Switch is great.
Yeah.
The fact that it's $80 is still insane. Like Nintendo sent over a digital copy, but I would like to own it physically, but like I ain't buying that thing. What's $80? Holy crap. I've seen it come down as low as $55, and that's still too much money. Like, no, I'm not doing that. So at some point, it'll be on deep sale or something. I don't know. I only play it when they add a new Funky Kong mode. They did, and it's Dixie Kong mode. All right. I guess that's it. Saturday at, let's say, 1. You don't have anything going on Saturday anymore, do you?
I don't know.
You're crazy.
We'll see.
You crave pain and hurt. If you really think that you're going to go riding your bike in the ice,
We'll see.
I'm gonna put this on my calendar though. I'm gonna do Hades, probably maybe just one run, on Saturday, just because I'm worried that we may not have power on Sunday. And if we do, then maybe I'll do another run on Sunday. Who knows? Yeah. Any reason you wouldn't just import the Japanese version of Galaxy? I mean, it's still not as cheap as I would want it to be, but also the reason I have for that is so stupid, we can't get into it because everyone would be like, that's so stupid. I have this very specific thing where if a game is available in North America, I try very hard to get the North American version. The only time I won't do it is if there's a reason for not doing it. So for example, Final Fantasy X and X-2 North American is missing one of the games on the cart. Japanese version,
They're both on the cart.
or European version, Asian version, they're both on the cart. So like, it's not a good reason. It's really not. It's just, there's something in my brain about seeing the ESRB logo on the front where I'm like, yep, Correct. All right, I'm done. I'm done. Thank you so much for being here.
We're not getting into it, man. Seconds away from getting into it.
I also did get into it. I was like, we don't have time to get into it. And then I explained it. We don't have any time for this. But we did. We did. Yeah, that's why it's stupid. NDL says, I'm American. I play American games. Like, it's that. It's basically that. And it makes no sense. You should buy Japanese versions and Asian versions. They typically have English on the cart. There's no reason not to do this. You can make a Play Asia account. You can earn points. Stuff is cheaper. Like, there's no reason not to do it. And yet, I'm like, but if it's America. I don't know. All right, I'm done. I'm done. Well, I'll see you tomorrow morning for Mount Fuji. Okay, so there's one more aspect to this. Mal's trying not to audibly sigh, but she definitely just visibly sighed. There's one more aspect to this, and I'm a little nervous to even talk about it because Mal is here. But so here's the thing. There's one other thing about this. The last thing about this is, now listen, I am not attempting to collect the entire Switch library. I'm not. But as time goes on,
You keep picking up games.
I do
You
buy.
just bought the Rudolph game.
It was $6. I see that for $6, and I think, man, for $6, this coming Christmas, we could play some Christmas games. I picked up The Grinch. I picked up Elf on the Shelf, the game, and I picked up Rudolph, and all of them were less than $10.
Meanwhile, Steven at the grocery store, this mustard is cheaper by 2 cents. Let's buy this one.
Everyone has different priorities. I am doing my best at all times to save money everywhere in my life. And it applies to video games too, because like I have limits. I'm like, But my personal thing, everyone's got a vice. My personal vice is that if a Nintendo Switch game is $9.99 or less, I will buy it. It does not matter what it is. If I do not own it, I will buy it for $10 or less. And games are so... They do that so rarely that in the course of a year, like $10 games, I'll pick up like maybe, I don't know, 10 at most. So it's a very, very small... Anyway, all I'm saying is that if one day in the future... Mao is passed, and I'm like, oh no, I need something to keep me going forward. I have to have a goal in my life, and I realize that the Nintendo Switch North American library is already like started. Then I'll be like, all right, well, this is my new stupid goal in life. That's what it is. Does that make sense?
I think you need a hobby.
But this is a hobby.